Do you have a day job these
I
days?
don't have a day job. I'm retired, in case we didn't go over that already.
So I do have a question with that. We went to UW at the same time. You're a year older than
Yeah.
me. You're already, does it feel weird to say you're retired?
It does, because it's not fully accurate. It is accurate
But you
in
still
the
do
sense that
stuff.
I'm retired from an NFL gig, but it's not uncommon for people these days to do multiple jobs in different fields and like kind of be done with one thing because they can't do it anymore. Like with me,
Yeah.
my knee was all jacked up, so I couldn't play football anymore. So it was like, all right, I'm ready to retire. And the nice part about being an NFL player is they pay you pretty well, in case you haven't heard. And so you technically don't have to go and work somewhere else. But I think most people that are in their 30s, if you just would go
can
sit
get
on the
bored
couch,
as hell.
you'd be, first of all, the kids would drive you absolutely insane. And that wouldn't be very healthy at home. But also, you'd just be super bored and feel just so unproductive. So for me, I retired from the NFL, and I knew I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what that something was. And I just kind of stumbled into doing the media stuff because I love football, still love football, love the game, love the NFL. I wanted to be close to it, but I didn't want to coach because being a coach, it just takes up all your time. And so I kind of wanted to shift my priorities from being like football career number one to being like family number one, and then career underneath that. So actually finding a role as an NFL analyst has kind of filled all the buckets I was hoping to fill, because I can still spend the majority of my time with family stuff. I can have a flexible schedule to make sure that all the important family milestones and kid milestones, I can be there.
There's no like birthdays of like, ooh, daddy has to be in Baltimore.
Yeah, sorry. Mama, hope that kid comes out of you okay. I won't be able to be there, but tell me if it's a boy or a girl. I'll be home on Monday.
Now, you've got 4?
Got 4. And actually,
How many were you present for?
so I actually was super lucky. I was there for all of them. I've had many teammates that missed the birth.
Yeah.
And actually, my number 3, so my son Jack, we were opening. Oh no, sorry, my number 2, Cameron. So my daughter Cameron. I'm trying to remember which one.
we'll edit
when you have
that
more
out.
than
We're
one,
good.
yeah. When you have more than one, you have a hard time remembering which one was when. But
I only have one, and I still have a hard time remembering.
so the opening game of the season was September 8th, I think, at the time, and my daughter was born on the 10th. But at the time, we didn't know, right? You were like,
Annie, just hold on for a few
wife
hours.
is overdue, and so it could be any moment. So
Was it a home game at least?
No, it was a road game.
Oh, Jesus.
So we had this whole strategy that if my wife went into labor, we had a person on standby with a car in Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh to Cleveland is only 2 hours. It's a short drive. So we had a person on standby. My wife had his number, and if she went into labor, she was going to call him. He was going to wake me up, drive me home for the birth. I was going to be there for the birth, and then he would drive me back for the game day. So assuming that it wasn't born in that like 3-hour window between 1 and 4 Eastern time when the game was going to be played, I was going to be able to be there. Like even if I had to roll in right at kickoff, like I'd be there for hopefully the birth and then the game.
Now, were you sort of, how much of a vet were you? This feels like a vet move where
Yeah,
you're
this
like,
was like
hey
year
guys,
7 maybe.
I'm Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm going to show up at kickoff. It'll be fine.
I would say that in the NFL, the only allowance you get for missing practice or games is like basically coming into life or leaving life. Like you got somebody that's all getting born, or you got somebody that's just passed away. Like those are about the only things that the coach is like, hey buddy, it's okay. We'll see you at practice tomorrow. Like not in 3 days, but like tomorrow. So
I'm so happy for you to be here.
Yes, yeah, right. So actually, wifey held on, so I was able to play that game, and then she had the baby like a couple days later during the week. And I do remember getting pulled out of practice. Went there, she had the baby that night, and then the next day, I think I left the hospital at like noon and went back to practice for the next day. So I only missed half of a practice for the birth of my second child, but I was there.
And that's why you're a Hall of Famer.
That's why our team was 1-31 my last 2 seasons.
Oh, God.